Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Double Dribble with me and my boy Kobe. What's good, Kobe?
Yo, what's going on with y'all?
Yes, sir.
Hey,
We back for another one. Back for another episode. We did miss a couple of days, guys. We're sorry about that, but we back on track, giving y'all the knowledge you need to watch
had a
and
little
bet
vacay.
on these. Yeah, a little vacay, man, but we try to get more consistent with this so we can give y'all some more information because we know y'all been actually liking what's going on. Y'all been getting more information that you need in order to bet on these games. So we are back and better than ever. But
Word.
you watched a lot of games, though. I'm sure you've been watching some games while you've been gone, though.
Nah, for real, it's just been all basketball, and I will say there's been so many people, me included, that has been feeling like this has been some of the best basketball that has been played for a very long time. Like this has been a very good, consistent week. A lot of game winners. You know what I'm saying? A lot of exciting basketball that you gotta watch. Like, and that's what I love to see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, like it has been interesting. There has been some movement in the standings, but most of the things we talked about last video are still true. We still have the Spurs doing their thing. They are one of the best teams in the league. The
Yeah.
Thunder have not lost much. They've only lost one game. It was a really weird game.
Yeah.
They lost to the Blazers, but a loss is a loss. They only have one. Uh, but there is some information we got to talk about that in the front office. Okay, there are some front office issues with a couple of teams that we do need to discuss. Let's start with the biggest one, and
Ooh,
that is Nico Harrison
the biggest
fired.
one. Ooh.
This is the biggest issue right here because the Mavericks they saw this coming. Okay, this was already foreshadowed last season after Luca was traded. Nobody in Dallas agreed with this GM's decision to trade Luka Doncic. And so, what do you think about this move by the Mavericks organization? What do you think? Is that a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Like, are they justified?
Listen, I'm by far from a Mavericks fan. I'm not a Mavericks fan. But I think the decision of trading a MVP caliber player um for it's really just a swap for the better player, and they didn't get it. So I think overall, I think Nico made a pretty bad decision. I think if he was going to trade somebody, I think he could have traded Kyrie or traded a different asset that was not as viable, not as homegrown. We're talking about a guy that was drafted to Dallas and was a homegrown superstar. The next Dirk Nowitzki, the next head of the pedestal, to pass down. So it's heartbreaking to see that Nico Harris felt the need to send him somewhere else, especially to a rival competitor.
Yeah, it's even worse when you see the Lakers are doing good.
Yeah.
Like Luca has been torching teams. They haven't had the hardest schedule. He hasn't been back for very long, but he killed the Hornets last night. Man, he
Oh,
had
honey,
dropped 36 on them off injury. Like his first game back.
it's bad.
Like, and we'll get to the game they play tomorrow because, well, on Wednesday night, because that is a game that you might be interested in because of the team that you like a lot. But
Hey,
we'll
but
get
hear
to
me
that
out.
later.
Hear me out.
I think that Nico Harrison should not have been fired for this. I do think that the Kyrie Irving injuries play a part in why the Mavericks are trash right now. Okay. And Anthony Davis, look at him again, missing games. Season just started. Wow. Are we surprised? No, we shouldn't be. Anthony Davis is a wishy washy guy.
Yeah.
They knew what they were getting into. So I don't think he should have been fired. maybe it's too early to fire someone
Oh, that's
without
so
having a
tough.
full team.
That's so tough. No, the only reason I say that it's tough is because that the same thing that I texted you. I know you feel that they're still 3-8 right now. Without Luca, I get it 100%. But if they had Luca, they would not be 3-8. I promise you that they would not be the same team that they are right now. Without Kyrie, I think getting rid of Kyrie would have been more stable for your franchise. You're doing for the long term. You're not doing for right now. So I think overall long term longevity has been the game. And I will just say this as an example. If you were to take Luca and put him on the OKC and swap him with Shea, he would be MVP because he has so many weapons. Like it's crazy. It's crazy.
My thing is, if you keep Luca and you have PJ Washington and you have Kyrie, you got Lively, and you got a bunch of no name guys on the bench. Are you still 3-8?
You don't think that Luca has nobodies on his. He has Jackson Hayes. He's got DeAndre Ayton that he's gonna
Now he
win
does.
again. That he don't win against in the Eastern Conference Finals and cooked them.
No, now he does. But do you think that if he were to stay on the Mavericks, if he was never traded, and they kept the same team, would they be 3-8?
Absolutely. I think they would be better than 3-8 only because they have the number one pick and Cooper Flag. That's the only reason I think he would have more influence on Cooper Flag than people think. I think that's why he's had the rough start that he's had is because he has no type of star. He is meant to be that star now. There is no star to be like, hey, can I, you know what I'm saying? Not saying Kyrie hasn't been a star because Kyrie has most definitely been a star with the Boston Celtics. But I think right now, with how young he is, I think he needs to see somebody that is almost the same as him 6'8", 6'7". Somebody who can play make, somebody who can play well, I wouldn't say play defense, but I think Cooper Flag could be a better version of Luca. And with not the mentor or the guidance, I don't think he's going to make it to where he needs to be as fast as he wants to be, of course, because he's still a great player.
You know, I am wearing a North Carolina shirt, so I won't say anything good about Cooper Flag or Kyrie Irving. Not on this episode, but the Pistons, they're 9-2. We will say that it's surprising in the East. They are leading the East.
Yeah.
That is something that I did not see this coming at all. And they were not on your top five in the East
No,
list.
absolutely not.
So
Absolutely not. I feel like it should have been his turn though. I put Paulo Banchero at 4, but overall he was drafted at number 1 before Paulo Banchero the year before. So it's his turn. Come on now, it's Kate Cunningham. He's a monster.
I do like Cade. They have a really good young team. I like Duran too. Duran, he's a
Yeah.
big center who's very athletic for his size.
Yeah.
Reminds me kind of like an older Dwight Howard.
Oh
How
yeah.
he moves, bro. So interesting. I just wanted to had to bring that up because I have a couple of friends who are big Pistons fans, so gotta
Hey,
bring it up to them. You
shout
know
out to the
they,
Pistons fans if you watching though, for real.
yeah, they're the real fans, bro. Because they've been around for a long time, watching them be trash, and so now they're doing good. I gotta give them a shout out.
Hey,
Uh,
you already know.
but one of the videos we missed a video for the NBA Cup last Friday. I really wanted to get into that video, but we missed a week. We're gonna try to make the rest of the NBA Cup games, but we gotta understand the rules, man. Like
Mhm.
we skipped over talking to those people who don't really know about the NBA Cup, the rules that make up the NBA Cup, how the standings get, how the games are designed on who gets home court first, and how these seedings, like, can you explain some of that stuff?
No, 100%. No, 100%. It seems very simple, but it's more complex than you think. I will say that the regular season, these are all regular season games, so these all count towards the regular season. I will say the main key points that you need to know is that they play every Friday. Okay. And the record that they have after every Friday's game, after every Friday's win and loss, will go towards the in season tournament. And it's going to work just like kind of like a bracket. The lowest teams that have not as many wins, of course, than the top teams will be disqualified. I'm not sure if it's this week or if it's next week, but I will say there will be a little mini bracket after you have the qualifying teams. So the teams that are above the four in their conference. So you have four conferences. Of course, you have the West Coast and the East Coast, but there's two conferences in each. So the top teams in those conferences will move forward and play to see who gets that great big check at the end of the day. So it's just all about who can consistently win games. I know, people may check that game for the the in season tournament so that they can get that extra paper. But some teams may be like the OKC Thunder where they're getting their money. They may not need to depending on who they're playing, of course.
Interesting. And it is a difference between like most tournament type style
Yeah.
formats. So thank you for like giving us that information because we really don't know much about it. We just know
Yeah.
they're playing for something in the middle of the season. But now that makes a lot of sense. And the standings after the first 2 weeks of the NBA Cup games, Timberwolves are 1-1 in Group A.
Yep.
Group A, hey, Group A for the West, some dogs. Okay, it's Timberwolves, Thunders, Suns, the Kings, and the Jazz. Those
Yep.
are really tough, like teams to really have to go against in one group. It's just one group. So like the Timberwolves are 1-0, Thunder are 1-0, Suns are 1-0, Kings are 0-1, Jazz are 0-2. Group B, Lakers are 1-0, Clippers 1-0, Grizzlies 1-1, Pelicans
Mm.
0-1. Which the Pelicans, they're a terrible team, bro.
100%.
We know that they are garbage, bro. I'm so sorry. I hate calling people garbage, but this team is so bad.
It's terrible.
Um,
It's terrible.
yeah, and then of course the Mavericks are 0-1. That was West Group B. West Group C, Spurs, of course, are 1-0. Blazers 1-0. Nuggets 1-1. Rockets 0-1. Warriors 0-1. Now we get into the East. Okay, the East.
Ooh.
The Raptors, surprisingly, are 2-0 in the East Group A.
Yeah.
The Cavaliers are 1-1. Hawks 1-1. Pacers 0-1. Wizards 0-1 in East Group A. East Group B. Pistons 1-0. Magic 1-0. Celtics 1-1. Sixers 0-1. Nets 0-1. Of course, you know the Sixers lost to the Celtics. That's how we got our first win in the NBA Cup. Thank you. But East Group
Hey.
C, East Group C, the Miami Heat are 1-0, which is surprising because they're not good. They have a really bad record.
Yeah.
They're getting stomped by a lot of teams.
Yeah.
But on Friday, they play pretty good on Fridays. Okay. Uh, the Bucks 1-0. Bulls 1-1. Knicks 0-1. Hornets 0-1. And that is your standings for the NBA Cup right now after 2 weeks of it. This Friday, we'll have more information for you. We'll have more games to bet on for the NBA Cup. And, just be ready for that. Be ready for all that. Last thing we're going to get into before we get into Wednesday night's games, my boy, Jalen Brown, his hair. Okay. The
Hey,
man is painting his hair.
I
And
wouldn't
it's
even say
definitely
it's an
paint.
issue. You know what I'm saying? Because like everybody goes through balding at some point in their life, but like my man, you know what I'm saying? Like it done went through like 4 5 games, and you done your spot has done came up on somebody. You got people looking at the game and they like, he got me.
Bro, the man is 100% leaving his mark on the court every time he plays, bro. Swear.
Hey,
Like,
but the boy, he's still showing up. He got 28 right now. He playing the 76ers right now. Celtics down by 4, but hey, he's still putting up his mark like as an all-star and as a star in this league.
I definitely have that game on a separate tab. I will be checking it, make sure I'm checking. Like, we beating the Sixers. What's going on? Why do you play them so much, man? We play them like 3 times in the season already. Like, it's annoying.
No, facts. I feel like people feel the same way every time they play OKC because they're in the Western Conference. They're like, I gotta play him again. Dang, I
Yeah,
don't
it's
want
just
to.
like just too many times in a month.
I gotta play Luca again because I'm in the
Again.
Western Conference. Oh, I gotta guard
Yeah.
this man. He just dropped 40. Oh,
But speaking of these good teams in the East, our first game for Wednesday night is Bulls plus 5.5 at Pistons minus 5.5. Over under 233.5. Both teams are healthy. What do you think is going to happen in this game?
I think Cade Cunningham is gonna show out. I think he has arrived. You know, the package has been delivered to the door, to the front door. I think he has arrived in a sense of he shot 45 shots the other night. And he only made 14 and had above 40. So all I can say is I think that he will be that's only going to get better. That's not going to go down. If you shoot that many shots, that means that you're locking in into something that is more. This is only temporary of him shooting that many shots and only making 14 of them. Um, and I think the Bulls defense is much to be desired. So I got the Pistons all day. That's for me, man.
Do you think? Yeah, okay. I will say that the Bills, the Bulls have lost 2 straight games. They are on a losing streak heading into this game.
Mhm.
I do think they're going to try their hardest to get off of the losing streak because of how well they started the season off.
I know, but they started the season off because of good shooting. They had 5 people above 50% on 3-point shooting. That means they were shooting at a very, very high clip. I think they've come back down to earth to the sense of, yeah, they're still a good team, but shooting at that clip consistently is not as easy as you think. That's why Klay Thompson is going through the problems that he's going through because he's a good shooter, but he ain't got no more lateral movement. You get what I'm saying? Like he can shoot the ball, but he's not consistent enough. If you were consistent, then it would stick.
Would you take the over or under this 233.5?
I'm taking over. I think this is going to be a very good game overall. I think they're both going to duel it out. I think Detroit has a lot of defense. The only reason that I'm going over is because I think the Bulls are going to be able to have some type of offensive output. Just like what you said, I think they're going to be a very good team and they're going to want to get off their losing streak. They started off the season well. But I think right now, the Pistons defense and their offense and Cade becoming the superstar that he's going to be, a 6'8" or a 6'6" point guard, it's not going to be able to stop. You're not going to be able to stop it. It's like Luca all over again, but better.
So Kobe's best bet for this game is the Pistons minus 5.5. He thinks they win by more than 5 points. That is the best bet that Kobe is giving the viewers for this game. Katie Cunningham has arrived.
If you know, you know. If you
He,
know, you know.
he has arrived. This team is very good, and they're at home. They're at home. They're riding high. They had a day off before within their last match, which was a really weird game with the Wizards. How are the Wizards keeping up with these teams? They they,
uh,
they, they
because they
almost
got a lot
beat
of
them.
vets. Got a lot of vets.
Man, Chris Middleton doing a lot, but
He is a champion. He is a
like
champion now.
I'm not sure why these teams are get so close to beating people. But yes, Pistons minus 5.5. Game two, a better game. Like these games just keep getting better and better on this show right here. Because this first game, the Bulls one was okay. Now we're getting into a little bit of thickness of things, a
And
little meat.
oh my gosh,
Warriors,
De'Aaron Fox is back.
he's been doing a lot. Warriors plus 5.5 at Spurs minus 5.5. Over under 227.5. What do you know and like about this one?
I think De'Aaron Fox and Wembanyama may just be the unstoppable duo that they need out there in San Antonio. That's just me.
They are a good team. We haven't seen much of them. You know, De'Aaron Fox, he's been hurt. He's been hurt. Okay. I do think the Spurs are one of the most deepest teams in
Oh
the
my
league.
gosh.
They're probably one of the most deepest teams. Like,
Kelly Oubre just hit a game winner against the Celtics. Keep going though.
how am I supposed to keep going? How am I supposed to stop and just continue my show with you
I'm an
when
asshole for that. Hey.
Kelly Oubre, who's supposed to
Hey.
guard? It was probably Walsh, the young man. Walsh, he's a second year guy. He's a small forward. I'm sure he had to guard Oubre and he couldn't do it.
No. Hey, hey. I can't believe that just happened. I just saw the notification drop on my phone.
And
But hey, back to the Warriors. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer. Back to the Warriors and Spurs. I think Yama is a complete one, but Stephen Curry, he's on a redemption. They've had they're 6-5 right now. I think it's a do or die type of situation. I think they're going to need to step up. And if they don't step up, then they're gonna be in the negative, and that's not what they want. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I got the Warriors all day. I got Jimmy Butler's crazy hairdo with the bowl cut. Crazy. I got them all day.
you're taking the Warriors.
I'm taking the
The
Warriors. I'm taking the Warriors.
the Warriors plus 5.5. I will agree with you on this one. That makes it a consensus bet. I couldn't make the last game a consensus bet because I have personal feelings on that game. I think the game one, I think the Bulls keep it close, and I think the game is under. But on this one, game two, I will agree with you, side with you on the Warriors plus 5.5. They're gritty. Okay. They have almost as good of a bench as the Spurs. They have a very similar um, play style. Okay, they shoot the ball a lot. They play a very fast paced game,
Oh
and
yeah.
it's kind of wild because of how big a lot of the guys are for the Spurs. They still don't mind running up the court.
I am worried about it. I will say I am worried about the Warriors because with De'Aaron Fox coming back, he is a very transition pace type of guy that likes to push the ball. So it's going to be Curry trying to guard that, and then all around him is just a bunch of shooters. So if you really think about it, it's just trying to stop De'Aaron Fox from driving and using his speed to brutalize and dunk on people, and not getting him to get those passing kicks and being able to, step up on those shooters. Definitely easier said than done.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's going to be tough, but I do think that's going to be hard for.
Come on, it's the best shooter in the world. Like it's the best shooter that we've ever seen. I don't think me myself. I don't think anybody can beat that team in a shooting match. In a
No.
3-point shooting match, any team, I've seen it before this season and the past season. I don't think any team can outshoot Golden State only because they have the best shooter in the world and he can flip that switch just like that.
Also, this is a classic old man versus the kids at the schoolyard. This is the veterans, bro. This is the veterans taking on the high schoolers, the
Yeah.
kids. Like the teachers versus the students in the at the high school level. You do that
Oh yeah.
the little jamborees they used to have.
Yeah.
This is what it feels like. It was like Draymond,
Oh yeah, it's crazy because
Steph.
whenever me and you were growing up, it was like Timmy Duncan, the big fundamental. You know what I'm saying? My uncle, he was like, "Let me show you something. Let me show you the big fundamentals of the game." You know what I'm saying? Hitting the David Robinson. You know what I'm saying? Or the post hook like Kareem. So this is gonna be a new era. You know what I'm saying, of old school versus new school because you got Stephen Curry who has changed the game so much with this 3-point shot.
I agree, and I think it's gonna be really tough for the Spurs to really keep up. Which is why I feel like judging by the records, this should be a bigger spread. This should be way. If you look at this, the records alone,
Yeah,
someone would be like, this should be like the Warriors should be 10-point underdogs,
yeah,
7-point underdogs. So it's
yeah.
close for a reason. And I think that the veteran savvy of these Warriors players and
Mm.
their coach, Kerr, I think that they're going to be able to keep this game close. So I
Oh
agree
yeah.
with you with that. Game three, though, it gets even better.
Ooh, it's getting hot up in here, man. Ooh.
See, this spread should be what the Warrior spread is, if not higher.
No, 100%.
But they get the Lakers plus 6.5 underdogs at OKC minus 6.5 over under 229.5. What is your ideas and thoughts on this game?
Okay, so
You're a fan.
call me biased, but I think you know what I'm about to say. I think I got Thunder all day. I hate to say it because I think the emotions about Nico Harris is mutual between everybody. I think everybody other than you, of course. I think Nico Harris should have been fired. You know what I'm saying? You trade an MVP caliber player, that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? You make that bad decisions, that's what happens. You face the consequences. But I think the team overall for OKC is so much better. Hardenstein, he just shot 33 just the other night. So I think, and him being a role player, he's not the main guy. He's not a star. He's a glue guy, which are hard to find. Glue guys are hard to find. Derek Whites are hard to find. Drew Holidays are hard to find. So I think right now, like I was saying earlier, if you put Luca in Shay's, I think he would be. a MVP with the Thunder because he just has so many more weapons.
So, do you think this game goes over or under 229 and a half?
I think it goes over. Only because I think this is going to be a high scoring game. I think the Lakers, Luca is going to want to show out against the Thunder that he can actually beat this championship title team. These are the champions right now. So if you don't think that they have a target on their back that people aren't trying to beat them, you're wrong. The Lakers are trying to come for their necks. So the Lakers are going to show up. But I think that the Thunder have enough defense to be able to hold them back. I still say it's over because it's going to be a high scoring game, but I still say that the Thunder got it in the bag because they are the champions of the world.
And that is going to be our consensus bet. The over 229 and a half. I'm scared to pick a side. I'm scared to pick a team.
It's going to be a high offensive game, man.
Yeah, I'm scared, but we both agree it's going to be high scoring. So that's what we're going to have to give to our viewers
Yeah.
because we are a team. We are a team. We have to give them the consensus bet. Consensus bet is the over 229.5, which is pretty good because we only have one game that we can't agree on, and that's the Bulls and Pistons. But the
Hey,
last two games we can agree on easily.
real stuff though. Tune in though, because this will be one of the most exciting games until Christmas Day. So definitely tune in on this NBA excitement. Like you got to.
We're like, hey, Kobe told me we are a quarter of the way through the season, almost.
Yeah.
So it's
Yep.
getting hotter. People's seats are
Yep.
getting hotter, which is why people, oh, it's too early to fire Nico. It ain't because you are 3-8 in the first quarter of the season.
Yeah.
So bye bye.
Clearly, something he did was wrong.
No,
What could have been? I wonder what.
but I am with you though on this over 229 and a half for these reasons. The Lakers are the most efficient shooting team in the league. They shoot 51%. That is number one. The Thunder are the 24th ranked 3-point defense in the league. They do not defend the three ball very well. What is Luca and Austin Reeves and their stat and Rui Hachimura and Jared Vanderbilt? What are they going to do? Shoot threes. Like they're going to keep this game high scoring. I so and the Thunder, bro. You know what OKC's going to do, bro. OKC's not dropping less than 118 at their crib. That's just a guarantee. They're putting up 120. Stop them or score more than them. That's your only options. So I do think that this game goes over to 29 and a half easily.
Oh,
So,
100%.
so that is our bets for this show. Let me
Yeah.
just go back over it one more time. We got the Bulls plus 5.5 at the Pistons minus 5.5. Over unders 233 and a half. Kobe's taken Pistons minus 5.5. I will say I'm scared to bet on either side, and we can't agree on the over under, but he's the expert, and I do trust his opinion on this game. It's gonna be either the Pistons blow them out or they lose. This is one of the those are the only options really. Either the Pistons blow them out or they lose. So we'll see. It's a really tough game. These teams already played.
Yep.
They played the first game of the season,
Yep.
and the Bulls won. So we will see if the Pistons can get their revenge at home.
Hey,
Because
a
the
lot
last
has
game,
happened since the last time they played, though. A lot has happened, brother.
hey, that's why I'm making sure I'm giving you your bet because I feel like It could go
It
either
may
way.
only take 11 games to get locked in as an individual, and I'm thinking 14 for 45. I don't think you locked in. Give it a couple more days, he's gonna be even more locked in than that. Having 40 and 50 pieces.
For sure. Like he's gonna be even more lethal. He was on an insane run last season at the end of the year.
Yeah,
Like so he's just ramping up slowly. So that's our first game. Second game, Warriors plus 5.5 at Spurs minus 5.5. Over under is 227.5. We are both taking the Warriors plus 5.5. The old man coming
yeah.
in there, showing them how to really hoop. Like, hey, you are bigger than me. You're all bigger. You all have a lot of
Hey,
energy.
just know Curry coming that paint. Webby gonna be trying to block him. Webby gonna be trying to block him. It's gonna be on. It's gonna be on ESPN the next morning if you do. Watch it. Hey.
Or he could get schooled by Steph Curry, and then that'll be on Sports Center.
Nah, for real. Nah, for real. I've seen him cook a Frenchman before. Actually, what's his name?
I've
Rudy
seen him.
Gobert, I think. He's done put him in the spin cycle before. So let's not.
He said, "I see him cook a freshman before." It's funny.
Hey,
Hey,
hey, don't make it. Hey, he'll do it again.
he will. Hey, so that is that is one. But then game three, Lakers plus 6.5 at the Thunder minus 6.5. The over under is 229.5. We are both betting the over 229.5. We think the Thunder gonna put the points up. Lakers, Luka Magic putting the points up. Jalen Williams is not. He still ain't there. I know the Thunder have been looking great without Jalen Williams, but games like this, you kind of need Jalen Williams to
Yeah,
guard Luca.
yeah,
Help, because he's doing a lot. So
100%.
now this is where they first feel the missing presence of Jalen Williams because they have had an easy schedule. We can
Yeah.
say that they have not played a lot of tough teams this season.
Tell me I'm wrong though. I think it comes down to Chet. Because I think we both know Shea. He just dropped 35 the other night. I think that he's able to do his part and be able to play defense, not lock down Luca, but I think he's able to play defense. I don't think he's on the level of Jalen Williams, of course not, but I definitely feel like he's definitely a defensive player to an extent of a two-way player.
Also, let's also not forget that DeAndre Ayton has been playing a lot better.
Are you still taking him over Chet,
No, but over Hardenstein, yeah.
who just dropped 30 the other night, two
Yeah,
nights
I'm taking
ago?
over Hardenstein, bro.
Bruh. But that's what I'm saying. He's only good with the utensils that are around him. If Luca's not making him good, DeAndre Ayton is not gonna show up. I promise you. He's not gonna show up. That's why he was so terrible in Portland. That's why he was so
True.
terrible. They had nobody to make him look good. That's why he was dropping 9, 9, and fucking 2. The
I
boy, the
will
boy, the
say
boy, the boy, the boy needs somebody to make him better. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. There ain't
it's
nothing wrong
true.
with
They
that.
haven't played a lot of good teams either. They did beat your Spurs.
Pain,
So
pain. No, no, that's pain. But I still think overall, I think Webby's still young. Hartenstein is not young, my boy. So
you
he is gonna step up on DeAndre Ayton like we know he is. You know what I'm saying? Being a scorer, DeAndre Ayton can't do both.
before we leave the show, DeAndre Ayton dropped 22 and 10 on Wemby.
Okay, what does that mean? Like I'm so confused. DeAndre Ayton could drop 22 and 10 on fucking anybody. But all I'm saying is DeAndre Ayton is is playing good right now, but he's not consistent enough. You get what I'm saying? Like
That's true.
Webby's still young. Like he's able to take he's able to have some 7'1" take advantage of him who's the number one pick. I get it. DeAndre Ayton's been in the league a lot longer. But Webby, like, if he really wanted to, you don't think I can't wait for him to run it back. Put that on your calendar. Spurs and Lakers. Put it on your calendar right now, brother.
Hey,
Because
we
I'm
will.
waiting for it.
We will definitely put that on the calendar because they do play. Oh, when they play, damn, they don't play till a minute. I think
It's
they'll play
fine.
next
We
year.
still gonna talk about it. We gonna go back to this date right now, November 11th, November 10th, and we gonna be like, hey yo.
Yeah, they don't play till next year. Well, in 2026, we're gonna see that rematch. But firstly, we're gonna see what happens with Hardenstein, and if DeAndre Ayton's son's Hardenstein, I will let you know.
Nah, I'm already knowing. You gonna be texting me, you gonna be calling me like, hey.
Like he had 32 and 10.
If he has 32 and 10, I'm buying us dinner. Hey, dinner's on me that night.
Hey, come on, DeAndre, fellow DeAndre, you got the same name. We can do this. This dinner.
Hey, you got more faith in them than I do. I'll just say that.
Hey, but that is our show for tonight. Thank y'all for tuning in. We will be back again on Thursday to give you the NBA Cup Friday rundown.
For sure.
Please tune in, like, and subscribe to the show. Okay, I know a lot of y'all are basketball fans. We got a lot more views on the basketball videos than we have on the NFL videos.
Hey, so
Honestly,
don't be hiding to show some love. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna come out with more videos, the more love you show. So come on now.
I know, and it's up to us to be able to give them the consistent content. We got y'all. Appreciate the love, everyone. And like I said, we will be back again on Thursday with NBA Cup talk and whatever news that comes out. There's some speculation, some things that I do want to see more things transpire before we talk about it. The John Morant thing. We need
Only
to.
the NBA heads know about that. Only the NBA heads that's locked in, like, if you
It's
know, you
true.
know. So
It's
tune
true.
in to find out. You know what I'm saying?
But like I said, thank y'all all for tuning in, and we will catch y'all again next episode of Double Dribble with my boy Cub.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Those
Peace.